It's only been a week, over a week since Silent Hill 2 Remake has been out, and successfully enough, it has sold over 1 million copies in its first week. And I'm really happy for Bloober Team, who honestly had to go through perhaps a tremendous amount of pressure to really meet the expectations of the hardcore fan base, the niche fan base of Silent Hill. Even I had my doubts and worries since its announcement, but I've gotten the chance to play it, and guys, it's as good as it looks, as they've marketed it. It's perhaps even better. And so it feels like there's this renewed confidence now for not only the franchise but Bloober Team. And the biggest question that I'm sure everyone's asking, well, when are they going to make the next Silent Hill remake, and which one is it going to be? Because there's a few of them. Well, apparently the director and designer at Bloober Team recently shared some insight with IGN about the possibility of creating more remakes or even an entirely new Silent Hill game. Ooh, that's pretty big. But here's the thing. What about the other two that were announced by Konami? There was Silent Hill F and Silent Hill Townfall, and we've heard nothing yet about them. I'm really curious. But there's no details about this. He emphasized that the team's openness to opportunities definitely would be something that right up their alley. You know, it would catch their interest if maybe Konami brings it up to them. Hearing him say, if we like the opportunity, we'll take it. I like that. And despite the fact that right now there's perhaps no details of anything for the franchise, Bloober Team was pretty confident to just straight up announce their next game that's coming out in 2025. They just showcased a trailer on YouTube the other day, and I actually watched it. This is a sci-fi horror game called Chronos: The New Dawn. And wow, according to its official release, it's a twisted time travel story set in an unforgiving post-apocalyptic future in the 1980s Poland. I like that. Oof. And there were some elements when I was looking at the trailer, just some of the zombie-like creatures, you know, kind of reminiscent of Dead Space. And then there was this scene where the lady was playing chess, and there was this person in a suit. And they didn't offer too much in terms of gameplay, but it did reveal that it is a third-person game with distinctively Dead Space-like vibes. So it seems like Bloober Team is pretty busy. If they're going to be rolling out another game by next year, I get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, they might give the project for Silent Hill Remake to somebody else. I'm not entirely sure. Or there is a possibility that, behind closed doors, that Bloober Team is expanding its team, and perhaps there's two now major teams that are focusing on original IPs and also whatever Konami throws at them. And so the next question is, if hypothetically they're going to make the next Silent Hill remake, which one could it be? Honestly, ever since they announced the Silent Hill 2 remake, I've been telling everyone they should have started with Silent Hill 1. They need to go back to the original. But I understand why they did Silent Hill 2. It's because it is the most beloved, it's the most popular in the entry. But you cannot deny that Silent Hill 1 was the game that really started it all. And if they're gonna do Silent Hill 1 remake, they're gonna have to follow it up with Silent Hill 3. But I'm really thinking far too ahead at the moment, only because there's just like I said, there's this renewed confidence and in the franchise. We're just excited. Okay, now Silent Hill is back. Konami, what are you gonna do with it? And please treat it with absolute care. We will never forget the PS3 port that you released over a decade ago. That one still sits in people's minds from time to time. But again, super exciting, not only for Bloober Team, but for the Silent Hill franchise and what is to come in the near future. But I'm gonna keep an eye on a Bloober Team's next game, Chronos: The New Dawn, Really excited to hear more about this, and especially because it has that Dead Space esque element to it, which is honestly long missed by many players. I know that the creator of Dead Space went on to open his own studio and came out with the Callisto Protocol, but it just never lived up to the original. So, could Bloober Team bring something unique to the table? And yeah, only time will tell. But I want to hear from you guys. If there is a Silent Hill game that you'd love to see remade, you know, from the original four or from the other ones that were developed by Western Studios, whichever it may be, share your thoughts. Would love to hear from you guys. We're going to take a short break, and coming up next, we got more news from the world of entertainment right here on the Evening Buzz.